Hey guys, Clyde here. I've seen some misconceptions about what Theseus is and how it works online. And while I almost never post battle videos on this channel, I had a decent battle video today in Theseus where Skada and I were both on mic talking about how the ship works, how it doesn't work, and how your build can make or break your experience in the ship. And I wanted to share that with you guys. So following this is basically a completely unedited, uncut video showing me playing Theseus from stream today, August 24th. Towards the end of the discussion, we also talk about whether or not this ship makes sense to buy, especially with looming incoming CV changes. So without further ado, we're just going to go to this. Like I said, it is completely unedited, completely uncut from my live stream on Twitch. If you've never been to Twitch, come join us, twitch.tv/ClydePlaysLive. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Pros and cons, and sometimes a boat's just like the way you play this boat is unique, and that makes it entertaining to me to do. When you play World of Warships for as long as I have, and some of you have played longer if you were in closed beta, but if you play World of Warships for a long time, you really crave and look for those unique experiences. I know people call them gimmicks, and we like to roll our eyes at wargaming and stuff, but at the end of the day, you need that variety. Otherwise, you can't have 500 copies of Alaska. You can have 500 copies of Fletcher, but not Alaska. Right? So you can't just have all the boats be the same.
So, like, what you're doing here, in case people aren't familiar with the strat.
Walk us through it. Tell me about it.
So when you take off with these skip bombers, you only get 2 drops per flight, and that's how the torpedo bombers are too. But the torpedo bombers are trash, so we don't need to talk about them. And so with the captain build, you run this skill. It's like a 1-point skill that everybody never takes, that you get on your last flight or your last group. It refills your speed bar, your turbo bar,
right here.
Right. So because you only have 2 drops, what he's doing, and these planes already go really fast. So he's launching and he's hammer down. He's all W at full speed. And when he gets to about a quarter of his turbo boost left, he's doing the first drop in the middle of nowhere. And you see his bars completely full again for the second plane set. It wouldn't be normally, right? So now he's again 234 knots, and then look how far out the drop marker is. So if he does his drop the right way, his planes really won't get into a lot of AA trouble. Now early in the match when ships are clumped, you're going to have this happen.
Yeah.
But if you watch in the distance, like the return flight, he just lost 1 plane.
Right here, you can see it.
So that whole flight, he just got 2 fires on that guy that are burning, and it cost him 1 plane of 6 that he took off from the deck. And that's the gimmick on this. And if you have to have the captain build that supports this, but it's a premium. So like, there's a spreadsheet if you need to learn how to build captains, and that's how you play this thing. And that's how it's good. And if you don't play it that way, this thing will be absolutely not fun. It will be terribly
really underpowered and
uncool. You will feel like garbage in it. But if you play it that way, it's a hoot, which is why Clyde has played it 8-9 times now, even though he's not winning, because he likes going really fast in planes.
I like going really fast all the time, but like it's so cool to be able to do the thing that it does. And man, I just missed with all those torps on the Alshery. That was bad. Yeah, I took torps out just to kind of...
The torps are just bad. You drop 4 of them, but they're slow, and they do no damage. And so it's a winning combination.
Yeah, it's real bad. I have found that you can hit the torps, and they do cause floods. That's the thing you want. The flood chance is not particularly high.
Flood chance is great. I wish it was. Then they wouldn't feel so junky.
Because you want to be building up those fires. And
see what he did just there is kind of a bummer, but that just happened because of the clumping.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah. And then the other thing you can do, because when you're hammered down in this and the planes are going 234 knots, you can generally fly through fighters. Usually fighters won't latch because you go so fast through their bubble. I wouldn't necessarily go like through the middle of like the full duration, and I wouldn't try it with interceptors.
No, but you can hit an edge, or if they drop them on
you can totally hit an edge and they'll never latch. Yeah. And if you don't know the difference between fighters and interceptors, then that's something to learn through CD play. But like, anyway, so there's that about this too, which is kind of fun. But yeah, that's the gimmick here. But you have to have if you get the ship, the build, you know how Wargaming prescribes builds now. The prescribed build is terrible. The prescribed build is all about using the torpedoes. So don't do that.
Now I'll show you my build when we're
Yeah,
done. Which
you've
is
got to
Ray's
use
build that I stole from.
a skip bomber build that was created by Chad Pennington of the CV Super C Scheme.
Yeah. Oh shoot, my CV's just been like.
Yeah.
I forgot about
And
driving.
the other thing about this, much like Colossus, is the CV has really good concealment. Like he's not built for concealment. Concealment's like 11.
11.4.
And so you can be closer. The problem is it's also dog slow, so you can't run away. If you do get overrun, you're just dead.
I got to go back and keep beating up on that Hawk. Or this Nebraska, I guess. But I got to stop being nice.
Nebrahomas are good targets for stuff like this because you can hit in the upper freeboard and you get like all the pen all the time on the flight deck side.
Oh, he's turning away. That's too bad. I was lucky last Christmas. Oh, by the way, War Machine, thank you. I got your message. I appreciate that. 2 fires on Nebrahoma. So that's good. We're going to go back and fight Nebraska again because we want to get a follow-up fire. He put those fires out.
Yeah.
This
he doused those right away.
Good fire chance.
And that guy was angled completely away. So that was good RNG of the skip bombs.
Yeah.
But also the fact that ship is all about like taking full pens because of the flight deck. So you could push those bombs in there, but now you got to go back and you light them on fire again. And you don't need to feel bad when it's a Nebrahoma because he's like half a CV anyway.
Exactly, I'm fine with it. Oh, see, he's making it difficult with that island.
You could always second line or first line drop him too.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. Oh, we lost one on the way in.
There you go.
Come on, fire. Yes, got the fire. That's what we needed. We are losing this game again, just in case anybody's keeping score at home.
Downside of this kind of playstyle in a CV, or like any ship though, right, when all you're building is like fire damage, is it'll look relatively okay at the end of the game because you got a bunch of fires and did a bunch of fire damage. But you don't have a lot of impact because you're not like blunting. You know, it's slow. It's a death by 1,000 cuts, right? It's the slow death of other enemy ships. You're not like, it's not like, you know, you're getting huge citadels or whatever on them and making them think twice about what they're doing.
Two fires on Iowa. Iowa, of course, has a big healthy heal, so he's not a great target. Nice. Hopefully somebody else can capitalize on that. I'd like to go hit this Schroeder.
Yeah, I think this ship can work a little bit in co-op. It's certainly much like Indomitable.
It's fast.
It's well designed for if you have a mission to get spots, because the planes are so fast. You can go out and spot the whole co-op enemy team like in one flight really quick and get your spotting ribbons. I'd be curious how it would work in some of the ops that are better suited for carriers being on the team.
2 fires on Iowa, yes.
With the speed of the... Yeah, it's filthy.
That is disgusting. I'm so sorry.
Let's see, like, what are you up to? Like 10 fires now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing well with the fires this round.
Yeah, Indom is a CV spotting ribbon champ. Exactly, and that's the one thing that anybody uses Indom for, is you use it for CV spotting ribbons, and then you use it to knock off a snowflake. And this year, you won't even have to play it to do that, which is nice, because it's terrible.
No, you could just play Theseus.
Yeah, you could.
I actually don't dislike Indomitable. It's not... So the thing I was trying to show on Thursday, and we utterly failed to do, was Indomitable has this trick, and it's kind of neat. And Theseus has this trick, and it's awesome, right?
Yeah, you can you use the same kind of captain on Indom to try to do the same thing. The problem is that you can't drop the carpet bombs or rocket. Well, it doesn't work with rocket planes, so you can only use it with carpet bombers.
Because it's got 3 squadrons.
And the carpet bombers to drop have to be on top of the target, so you're risking those planes.
Right, and
whereas you don't risk the planes as much in this setup.
Absolutely. Both of those factors and those are exactly the 2 things to point out, right? The carpet bombers, you don't get to be safe. You know, you have to absorb all of the ranges of AA, not just the outside ring. And so, I guess we'll turn this way if we can.
I had really hoped, though, that this would also play like a Tier 8 Bearn, which it doesn't.
No, it does not do
But that's because I'm a jerk that likes to skip bomb destroyers with my Bearn.
Come on, on, pizza party. Oh, one
This
more
came up
tick.
with-
Yes.
on the Clyde Plays Discord. Check out the Discord if you're not a member. Come hang out.
Yeah,
And we were
love to have
talking. There's the pizza party. We were talking about Bearn play, and somebody was like saying, "Bearn's filthy," and I was like, "I have many Farragut pelts on the hull of my Bearn."
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't feel bad about it at all. I enjoy playing Bearn. Or I did until they nerfed it.
Yeah. She's still pretty strong, but it's not like what she used to be.
No.
Old gray man, she ain't what she used to be.
I know.
Oh,
I get
no.
tired of talking about the old gray mares in this game. It pisses me off
I
eventually. You should scout north of the CV for where those torps came from, and
Yeah, that's a good idea.
do a little bit of CV play that isn't straight damage farming. but-
I'm absolutely.
I mean, it's hard
farming.
because
I'm farming
the
like
fun
an
part.
absolute troll right now, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Somebody down
assuming
there
that
is-
Jaeger's up there being difficult.
Somebody down there's mashing F7, and we just can't see it because we blocked the chat box.
I mean, I can see it. We're good, but
You're like, yeah, if you guys, I got a fire to get on a battleship. I
yeah,
don't know
sorry
what you
guys. That's
are like.
Sharn Horse 43,
Oh,
who probably
Is
has
that a
like,
BA Takahashi?
yeah, it's the second
Wow.
one today.
Wow. There he is.
Wow,
You
he
dropped
was
him.
here for a long time. I have torpedo bombers with me. Torpedo bombers are probably, well, I don't know.
You can drop.
Oh, I should have put a
torpedo
fighter on.
bomber.
I was gonna say I think maybe these are better for the DDs than the skip bombers on this plane, but I don't know if that's true.
It's the skip bombers. It's hard to do the frontline skip bomb drop on DDs, and it's like you would with Bearn, because the RNG on the bomb release point is massive to make it so you can't do that.
Yeah,
It's an intentional design thing, as far as I can tell. But the torpedoes, on the other hand, I think are fine for trying as good as any torpedoes are for going
yeah.
after.
DDs are kind of hard to hit with torpedoes. Anyway,
Playing a CV the other day, and I was so excited because I landed torps on a Kleber, and I felt like, well, that's not supposed to happen.
you felt like a hero. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
I did.
special.
I was pretty happy with myself, actually. Bowmaster's sitting over there going, be like, "Hey, in the Kaga, I drop multiple torpedoes on those all the time." Bonk.
Let's go. We gonna bonk that guy? I hope we do. Those torps are so slow, though. All right, Takahashi, got something for you.
Aim for the orange on the bow. That's
That's the sweet spot. That's where the nectar is.
the reflective orange paint.
Yeah, the nectar of Takahashi. Oh, this guy's dead. Well done.
Yeah.
Are we gonna win a game in Theseus?
Oh,
No.
hold on.
That doesn't make any sense.
More accurately, there's 4 other guys on your team that are going to win a game, and the Theseus was
Theseus
there.
was nearby. Yeah, hey, I put in 100,000 damage. I feel pretty good. But no, you're right. I think we had a strong performance across the board. We were
Yep.
down 2 ships. We were down 4. They were down 2 at the beginning.
Well, you don't display it on your UI. I'm curious what your spotting damage is from late match.
Yeah, I do, except that I have some mod that doesn't show me any of the damage, any of the potential or spotting damage right now. I don't know what broke.
Nice. Fire on him.
Yeah,
That's just a
good.
thing. Like I don't think it's a mod that does that. It's just a thing in the menu.
I think I
Like
turned
I always have
it's
like
all
spotting
on. I'll
damage
double
and
check.
taking damage for me is always underneath my damage number.
Yeah. I'll check for it because I swear it's turned on. I think I've checked, but we'll double check just to
Probably
make
that
sure.
anti-glare mod that you run gets rid of
That's
that.
almost certainly the worst mod.
For Clyde, I think it is a mod. It may be a mod for Clyde. I don't know.
Nice job, boys. Go blow up a Lexington. Theseus making a beeline at 8 knots towards the enemy. Let's go.
I look forward. I look forward to later this year when Shinano comes out, and there's a lot of Clyde and the Shinano matches going on
Oh,
the
gosh.
screen.
I actually don't know if that's going to happen or not. What do you think?
Maybe we can get. Yeah,
Chat,
I think
what
it's
do you
gonna come
think?
out. I think it's
I mean,
gonna come out.
I don't know if I'm going to play a lot of Shinano. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll probably play at least a game.
I guess it depends on how it's delivered to the community and if you actually.
It's true. I might have to, you know, say it was like Kitakami or something. Speculation.
Oh, I'm 100% confident it's going to be a salvage for victory ship, but that's just me.
Yeah.
The hemorrhage for all of the stuff you saved up at the end of the year event. I think that's going to be a regular thing now, and I think that's a good candidate to be at the end of it.
It seems like it's possible that they would do that.
I suppose
Yeah,
it could
thanks,
also
Twill.
be
I'm
a holiday
about.
dockyard, which would be weird, but
It could be. It'd be the first carrier dockyard ever.
yeah.
I'm about 90% sure, Twill, that I went in there and those switches are turned on, but we can go check it out. I think we've checked it on stream before, but I'm always happy to go look. Like if the setting got unset, I want to know how to, I want to turn it back on.
The only reason I'm asking about what your spotting damage is because with you've done a lot of damage right now, but I feel like you're going to end up about 5th.
Yeah,
And
as a CP.
but if you have a bunch of spotting damage, I feel
That
like
might
you'd end up like maybe like 3rd or 2nd or something. But if you just with the pure damage, no kills, no defense, no caps, no plane kills, I feel like you're hovering around 5th.
Yeah. That makes
Might be
sense
wrong.
too, Grant.
Might be wrong.
I think I'm going to guess 4th. I'll give myself a little benefit of the doubt.
You and I collect a lot of data on a lot of ships and a lot of tiers.
Yeah.
Devices.
You collect more
so,
of this kind of data that like this is more your flavors or your flavor. But I think 130k, 131, I almost got to be 4th, right? Question mark. I hit a destroyer.
I had like a 160k damage game the other day where I was top tier. I don't remember what I was playing, and I was like, and I was like 9th.
Yeah.
And I
really,
was really,
160.
I was really surprised.
You're all sore about it.
I didn't really care because I still got a nice amount of base
Yeah.
XP, but I was like, geez, like
Oh,
I thought
that's
I was
wild.
really having a game, and like there was 8 other guys that told me otherwise.
Using characters in the extended character set. Okay, so we got 135,000 damage. That was a really
15 fires.
decent. That was a decent example of what you're supposed to be doing with Theseus. Obviously, in that battle, I think we were top tier, or though there were 9s, I guess. And look at that. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Look at you.
Yeah.
Well done. I feel like you should win a prize. I don't know what it would be.
That's
It won't be a Theseus.
yeah. What I win for that is a party hat. That's
I'll give you one of these. Congratulations. Well done, sir. I tip my hat to you.
Yes, that's like that's the stupid guy in a party hat trick that I have right now where I can kind of guess where it's going to be before the score screen comes up.
Yeah, you show up on stream, you're like, hey, do you guys like close-up magic? And you start shuffling cards.
That's what it feels like.
The one thing I will say is, still learning where and when to put that damage. You want to stack those fires on the same target over and over again. And I know that's mean, but that's how it works. And again, like I said, one of my weaknesses is that I'm like, well, I've been beating up on that guy for a while. Let me go hit this guy. My team will finish him. And then my team doesn't, right? I can't trust them to do that. And so I need to just go back and do the murdering myself.
Never once do that. Do you have that when you're playing Charles Martel? So I would say, you don't act that, you're like, nope, light that guy on fire, light that guy on fire, back, nope, stick that fire. So like, don't feel bad when you do it in this, other than the fact that the difference is when you do it in Charles Martel, people can shoot at you.
When you do it in Charles Martel, people can shoot at you, and people give you compliments when the game is over.
Yeah,
when you do it in the CB,
that
nobody can shoot at you, and people give you reports when the game is over.
Yes, it's true.
So that's just kind of the nature of things, guys. But that's Theseus. I think this is a interesting carrier. If you're carrier curious at all, or if you are a carrier player, don't be distracted. Skada, you said it beautifully. If you do the build that Wargaming kind of puts little carrots on, and you just go out there and try to do torps, you're not going to be happy.
Don't do their build at all.
This trick. This is the way to do it. I'll show you the build real quick. This is the skill that Skada's talking about. Last Gasp. It completely restores your engine boost for the last attacking flight of the aircraft carrier's planes. So when you launch with these, both types of airplanes have 2 attacking flights. So all you got to do is drop 1, and then you're down to where you've got that full juice again. The planes are fast already. They go like 238, 240 knots when they're in full mashed W, and so you can cross the sea or the map really, really quickly. And then you commented the other day, I think you said something to the effect of, then when you're doing your skip bomb attacks, it feels like a Russian CV because you've really only got one strike, and you stay outside because skip bombs attack from so far away. You can't see my other arm. I gotta bring it in here. You attack from so far away that you stay outside of the worst of the AA of your targets, which means your planes last. GMAC up there said good plane management, and the mechanics really support that. They make it easy to do. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I mean, it's weird, but totally the downside of this is that you have to have a 20 odd. I mean, you really have to have a high, probably not 21. You can probably skip one of those 3-point skills. A lot of those are about, because like the build order on this would be like the normal carrier build order. Like the first 10 is that one that's like number 1 in the middle, number 2 that's third, and then like the number 3, the 2 3s that are
you get prep time. You go speed because those buff everything, right? Yep. And then you pick something here depending on your skill.
The third one is like the next one is like the 4th or the 5th one. It's the healing or the
hit
armor
points or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you'll do either torps or something on the top row. Obviously here you do bombs, but
but like if you can see where the carrots are, it's like a completely different thing. If you build with those carrots, it's not fun at all.
Here. And they say go for torps with your 4-pointer.
Kind of the same with the equipment for the ship too. The recommended equipment doesn't match with what you should be using either.
Yeah, and if you've got like a 18-point captain or something, you could skip, for example, the squadron boost duration for 5% to take last gasp, right? You could do that or something if you're looking to try the last gasp trick. As you're going along. So, and again, you said it earlier too, it's a premium ship. So maybe you've got a higher point commander for one of your other British tech line ships. You can use that same captain here for the CV.
There is this whole event going on where you can get a discount on the purchase of the Theseus. I'm not sure what the discount ends up being.
I think Betaflex did the math. I don't remember what it is, but it's in I think you can check it out in the Clyde.
I think it brings
Discord.
Does it bring it down to like somewhere between 20 and 30 bucks instead of 50 something?
It saves a chunk of change. It does not make it free or 12 bucks or whatever.
And I wouldn't tell people, hey, go buy it, because like unless you play CVs and you want this gimmick. But
I think if you watched the last couple of games and you know enough about CVs to go, that looks fun to me, then maybe it's for you. But I wouldn't go buy it thinking, oh, cool, an OP CV. Now I'm going to learn CVs, because that's not really. No, I don't think that'd be the way to go.
No, I actually have a really hard time telling anybody to go buy a premium CV if they haven't played a bunch of Techline CVs.
Plus, there's a bunch of stuff that's going to change in the world of CVs real soon. So again, winning one from this contest is the best way to get the Theseus. So enter to win, ! Pizza. But I do think with the mechanics changing, there will be some emotions and some thoughts and some mechanical changes that'll cause us to go, hang on, do I still like these? I think if I peer into my crystal ball and I think about the spotting thing for Theseus, you're so busy racking up damage with Theseus, I don't think it's going to be a problem for you, but you're going to need people to spot for you.
If you were using Theseus in the world that we tested, like you're talking about like the CD change test?
The recent test.
Oh, the crummy part would be the way Def AA blinds you. So you'd be going in, if you went in on stuff with FAA and got blinded with that one drop, you'd spend a lot of time flying doing nothing.
Yeah. So, and you'd want to, and the other thing too is about stacking damage on the same platform over and over again is going to become more challenging. So when we think about the future of Theseus, we have to wait to see how the mechanics come through and land. Right now, I think it's pretty fun and it's pretty great. But I do think that if you, if we get to the world in the future, there could be some things that make it less powerful in the future.
Good point. So after this 45-minute diatribe about Theseus, if you win this one, awesome, and play with it and have fun. Don't go buy it. Spend that 9,800 dubs in your home currency to go to see like Deadpool and Wolverine or something. That'd probably be a better use of your entertainment money. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
There you go. That's and that's how Skada sees it. You should have. And that's how Skada sees it.
It really grinds my gears.
Hey, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Come by, hang out with us on Twitch, or join the Clyde Plays Discord. Thanks for watching.